Good morning from Chicago, the risk management capital of the world. I'm Alan Uckman here at the CME Group with Morning Market Stir for Friday, October 21st. Markets were sideways once again, a bounce off the lows and made new one-week highs in the S&P at the 2145 level, but ended up finishing relatively unchanged. Again, earnings right now are the focus. The NASDAQ was up some, and we had the Dow down 17 points in the future, so a whole lot of movement without a lot of settlement change. So looking at the other markets, the dollar remains a story. New relative highs once again, 98.34 up 38. The euro currency solidly below the 110 level that we're watching on a weekly basis yesterday, down 43 at 109.51. Crude oil stalled a bit with that dollar strength, not a whole lot, backing off $1.20. I guess it is a 2% move, but we're maintaining above the $50 level. So that's important psychologically to see where we finish on a weekly basis. And also on the day, gold was down $2, but did make two-week highs yesterday at $12.76, a $10 range between the high and the low. But it is interesting that gold and crude are holding up off of their lows that we've seen in the last couple of weeks, even with that dollar strength. So after the mixed action yesterday, where do these markets stand here on Friday morning? Well, it is equity option expiration today for October. Right now, the stock index futures are lower. We've got the E-mini S&P down about 11 points, a 0.5% decline here. What we did was we took out yesterday's low and that accelerated. So we'll see where we go for the rest of the session. Like I said, it's about earnings. This morning we had McDonald's with a big boost here, so that's up about 5%. And Microsoft is up at all-time forever highs, above $60, gaining 6% there as well. So these earnings continue to flood into the market. We're backing off a bit. The dollar strength has people talking. New relative highs again in the dollar right now, up 40 at 98.70. So we're at 9-month highs right now. That euro currency is sitting at the 109 level, so a long ways away from that 110 that we were talking about. NASDAQ right now is down about 10, and the Dow futures down 100. Like I said, about a 0.5% decline in the stock index futures to start the session, but a lot of the day left ahead of us. Crude oil down 35 cents. I'm maintaining above the $50 level at 50.30. 50.75 was the close last Friday. So that's an important point to look at the close as an over-under, because we did make new highs here this week above 52. So a lower close would be a sign of some technical weakness in that crude oil market with that strength of the dollar. Looking at gold right now, steady as she goes, up $1, 12.68. Again, yesterday's high, 12.76 to keep an eye on. And lastly, keep an eye on the treasuries. Long-term bonds continue to move higher back to the 165 level after this big decline. So we're seeing the price of treasuries go higher and yields go lower. Now, looking at the Fed Watch tool here at the CME, there's about a 75% chance of a rate hike in December priced into the market. So to wrap up this current action with half an hour to go before the cash stock market open, we're down 0.5% across the board in the stock index futures as we get into the option expiration for October in the equity market. Alan Uckman here at the CME Group, where it all comes back to commodities.